Y'all are claiming children of leading politicians in Telangana who are allegedly involved. You're going and protesting outside the jail. Do you believe, outside the police station, do you believe that the police itself is under pressure to somehow or the other cover up here? Are you blaming the police? Or are you saying that the Home Minister should be in a way held responsible because you're accusing on this program the Home Minister's grandson of being involved?
Rajdeep, I'll try to bring two things in this case especially. Point number one, we are talking about pub, okay? From where this girl has been taken and where they say that even all those culprits who are actually involved in this are also from that same pub. Now, when they call this girl, when she is a minor, how can a minor enter a pub? Point number one. This shows that the pubs, etc. are not checked. I mean, anyone can go inside the pub. Any minor can enter into a pub. Is this what Telangana police are trying to tell? Telangana Excise Department is trying to tell? By the way,
ma'am, the Telangana police have just said that they have identified all the 5 accused. And their FIR is based on the minor girl's statement. They've identified all the 5 accused.
So finally, after 4 days, when the DGP and the Telangana police boast about CC cameras, the highest number of CC cameras they have in India, the best policing department that they have in India. So finally, after 5 days, they come up and say that now they have identified 5 people, but in the FIR, you see that it is only the car number that is there in the FIR. And now what does the POCSO law say, Rajdeep? And when should the case be filed? When should the FIR be filed? Within hours, right? Now, why have these people taken 2 days of time to just file an FIR? This is what my straight question to the DGP of Telangana is. So this is point number one. Point number two. See, when minors can just enter into a pub, anytime, anywhere, any pub, they can just enter into it. Now, just tell me what is happening in Telangana. So in Telangana, it is not excise department, it is not excise and prohibition. It is excise and promotion that is happening in Telangana. The state government, I am telling you on record, on your channel, I am telling you, usually Telangana has brand ambassadors for different kind of things. We have brand ambassadors for handlooms, we have brand ambassadors for sports. I say we have brand ambassadors, the CM itself for liquor. I am ashamed to say this, that the CM is promoting liquor here in Telangana, and I am ashamed to say that.
No, are you again? No, what's wrong with the pub culture? No, let's be very clear. Now, let's not blame the pub culture for this. Let's not blame the pub culture. Let's certainly look into the question that you've raised. Why are minors being allowed into pubs? That's a fair point. Why were minors allowed into the pub in the first place in the afternoon is a fair point. But it's not because of the pub culture, but it's because people are taking advantage possibly of the laxity in the legal system. And this is not just Hyderabad, we see it across our metros.
Don't you think it is the government's responsibility to see that the minors are not permitted into the pub?
That's the police's responsibility. Absolutely, it's the police and the pub. Ma'am, that's the police and the pub owner's responsibility.
Rajiv, let me just complete this point. Recently also, just as my co-panelist has just told you that, recently a pub has been raided and they found drugs also. Now what happened to that case? You don't find a logical ending to all these cases because all the VIPs, the politicians' sons, etc. are involved in it. Now, when it comes to this case, I'm telling you, this is a bachelor's party that is being held because of the Home Minister's grandson is getting married on June 17th. Now, into this, the people who were led to enter into the pub were decided by the PA of the Home Minister himself, Mr. Hari. He was the one who let people enter into the pub. Now, tell me, on what basis is this happening? Don't you think the government and the excise department are responsible for this to happen here? They have to answer this, right? When minor children are into the influence of liquor, drugs and all this, whom do you blame? You don't find prohibition here in Telangana. You don't find the prohibition department working at all. It's just promotion that is working, Rajdeep.
Okay, so you're saying that there is promotion of liquor which you blame as part of the problem. Divya, let me give you a final word. At the end of the day, if these 5 people are arrested, will that give you a sense that the government is acting irrespective of any pressure? Will that give you some hope that maybe this will set an example? And by the way, the police has just said the Telangana Home Minister's grandson not involved, ma'am. I just want to say, on record, they have said he's not involved. So you
No,
have
that
gone
is
on
why
this
they took
program.
time. That
No,
is why
you've
they
gone
took
on this.
time.
You've gone on this
Rajdeep,
program and blamed
no,
him. So
that is why
I
they
must
took
be very
time.
clear.
28th this occurred and 31st the FIR is filed.
They,
That is why it
they
has
are
taken
denying that
time to
he's
see
among the
that
five.
all these politicians involved are let scot-free. They are facing the
Okay.
immunity of the police free.
Okay, very quickly, Divya, a final word from you.
Mr. Sardesai, I just want to not add any political color to this topic because it is about a civilian. It is about us as civilians together, right? So I would like to just conclude by saying that unfortunately or fortunately, Telangana is becoming Urta Telangana, like I've already quoted earlier. It was once upon a time the cleanest city, but now I don't think I will be so confident to confirm that part. And we've only heard about Urta Punjab, but now Telangana has become a hub for drugs and alcohol and all the crimes related to this.